I learned something interesting the other day. I learned that the sort of mascara that we know of today didn't come about until 1957, which is very late in the makeup world. What they used to do is they would take a block of either petroleum jelly mixed with coal or soap and black dye, and they'd take a brush and they'd brush it onto their eyelashes like that, which of course would have been on very special occasions. You know, can you imagine putting that on your eyes every day? No, I can't. So for this cat eye, I'm just going to use this cheap Revlon pencil, and it does sort of a brown line, and it's able to give me a little bit more subtle definition than it would be if I were to use a gel liner. So I take my pencil and I start at the corner of my eye, pulling my eye out just slightly, and I just want to sort of make sure that I have a very small amount of definition on my lid. I don't really want to build a huge line. And I take it all the way over to the corner, and once I get to this point at the end, just sort of correct this here. And contrary to what you might want to do, trying to make that line perfect, unless somebody is this close to your face like you are right here, nobody's going to notice. So it doesn't really have to be perfect. You can create the effect without the perfect line. So when you're doing the little wing bits, you're actually going to, I start from the outer corner, and then I just pull it in like this. And I'm just going to do a very small wing, as they would have done in the 40s. I use just a brown mascara to just sort of define my eyes a little bit. If I'm going all out, I'll use fake lashes as well, which I'll actually cut in half and glue just part of it towards the wing edge. And in Hollywood, they would go so far as to shadow in a little fleck right here to make it look like there was a shadow from your lashes, because they wanted that dramatic swooping effect, and they would go to crazy lengths to make your eyelashes look long in the movies. And I believe I read that the first false lashes were actually made for a picture in the late teens, maybe early 20s. Sorry, I'm bumping you. A wig maker made them for a director who wanted his leading lady to have very swooping lashes. So cream rouge, and you're going to take it, put it one at your temple, one on the apple of your cheek, and one right here, and from there you blend, and that's the triangle that you should get. And just blend it with your fingers. Temple, apple, bottom of your cheekbone, and blend in with your fingers. You have to make the funny face when you're doing your blush. And you should use a loose powder. I have mine in my vintage compact thingy here, which I love. Take a little bit of cotton, bang it out a little bit, and then just kind of, you know, like you see in the movies. And what this does is it sets your makeup so it doesn't run in our 105-degree heat here in Austin, Texas. I don't have to use liner with this because it's not a matte. I can just sort of make sure it's not running where it's supposed to be. Contrary to popular belief, women in the 40s did not wear matte lipstick. They didn't develop matte lipstick until much later. Their lipstick was actually oil-based, so it's more authentic to have a little bit of a sheen in your lipstick. So that means you don't have to suffer through wearing super drying matte lipsticks. Okay. And that is about it. Sponge rolls don't make quite as pretty of a curl as pin curls do. They make a good shape, but it tends to be a little bit like kinky, I guess. And they take a whole lot longer to dry. Like even this is still just slightly damp. Don't panic when you see the Bo Peep curls come out. It won't look like that in the end. I follow a lot of vintage blogs and such. I don't really know anybody here in Austin who is into this kind of stuff. And so they're all very supportive and they're all very sweet and, you know, you're so crazy, we love you, kind of a thing. But yeah, nobody really is into it. So this is what it looks like I said, Bo Peep when it first comes out. And then you take your soft bristled brush, and I brush it from the underneath. And what the pin curls do is it makes your hair really pliable. So you can, with my hands, I'm telling it how I want it to curl. So I'm making it go kind of under like this. So we can do sort of the rework Rita Hayworth side swept thing. This side as well. Underneath, and you don't really have to be shy with the brushing. Cool. So I could leave it like this. I would be happy with going out like this and just having sort of a nice steep side part and pretty little wave here. Or I could pull it up and do a little, you know, a clip here or something like that and make it a little bit more styled. Sometimes I'll do a victory roll, which is pretty simple. Just pull it like this, wrap it around, and it's almost like a pin curl. You do it like that and you would be able to kind of see through like this. But yeah, that's sort of a basic set taken down and all done.